Sí, es que el hombre anda allí. Es que se va para abajo, ¿ah? Pues puta pereza que está allá adentro.
El grande.
Bien.
¿Cuánto pesará eso? Imagínatelo bien frito eso.
Ay, puta, no alcanza a prender solo, creo.
¿Ah?
Oh, acercándolo bien de ese animalote.
Inside of an aquarium. So when you look at this forest, what you're seeing is a community of plants and animals. At the center of that community is the giant kelp itself. Now, if you go onto that deck, you're going to really love the view of the bay. But you also might see some brown algae on top of the surface of the water. That is the canopy or top of the kelp forest. You might see some sea otters wrapped up in it, or you might even see a couple of seabirds diving through. When you stand there and look at that canopy, you are only getting a tiny glimpse of the bustling activity that happens beneath. I invite you to stand here at the edge of this exhibit when we're done and stare into it, because you're going to get a view seen only by divers and the animals who call this forest home. Now, if I can bring your attention to the screen for 1 minute. About 60 feet below the surface of the water, there are two pipes that bring in 1,500 gallons of water every minute directly from the Monterrey Bay into this exhibit. That water is the reason we have a living kelp forest. It's also the reason we have a thriving community. Coming in on that water are not only the nutrients that provide the kelp its life, but invertebrates are small animals without backbones. We might have back stars in this exhibit that rode through that pipe when it was no bigger than the size of a pencil tip. Now, the Monterey Bay is a protected habitat. We are only able to have this exhibit because people like you and people like us and the government work so hard to make that water clean and healthy. I see everyone's noticing Mike right now, so everyone give Mike a big wave. Now, Mike can see you as clearly as you see him, so let's give it up for Mike one more time. Let's hear it for Mike!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my neighborhood. I'm glad you're here. It's a wonderful day. Hello, Jonathan.
Hey, Mike, how are you? They've been asking about you the whole time. Many people were saying, when's Mike coming? Is Mike going to be here?
Not only that, but I brought my own picnic basket. I'm going to have a lot of friends all of a sudden here.
If you ever have a party, you want to invite Mike because he's incredibly popular. He's charming, he's a good dancer, and he always brings the best food, right, Mike?
Not only that, I bring one-a-day vitamins. Take a look at these cubes right here. This is the aquarium's answer to the one-a-day vitamin. It's actually fish meal that's infused with vitamins and minerals, so that all of the animals on exhibit are going to get a properly balanced diet.
That's right. Now, in addition to those vitamins, they also get very specific, sustainable seafood, right, Mike?
They do. We have a variety of different sizes and types of food in here because, as you can see, there are a lot of different species of fishes and even more species of invertebrates. So variety is important because they're all going to pick out the thing that they're looking for.
That's right. So when you look at this exhibit, it is as diverse as us. So I want you to stay here and look at these fish. Each one has their own personality. Each one has their own job and their own taste for food, right, Mike?
Yeah, you bet. And if you take a look at how a fish is built, you can pretty much get an idea of what they're going to eat. Some of them have big mouths that can draw in their food. Others have tiny little picking mouths that are looking for just the smallest nibble that they can put their teeth into. So we try to target feed them. As a matter of fact, if you take a look at what I've got in my hand now, this is called krill. And I'm going to get my dive buddy, Mariah Long, who's the dive safety officer here at the aquarium, to drop a whole bucket of that krill on the top of this exhibit. So, Mariah, if you can drop it, and everybody else can just look up there.
So if you follow Mike's bubbles to the top of the surface, you'll see a pink cloud will soon appear up there. That's Mariah throwing krill, tiny shrimp-like creatures, into the top of the water.
And what we're trying to attract there are the schooling fish in this exhibit, which are northern anchovies and sardines, and that's what they're going to eat. They swim around in the school for protection, netting sets of eyes to detect whether there's any predator that would disturb that school. But when one of them notices food, then they're all going to get something to eat at the same time. And right now, all of those guys are going to the surface of the exhibit for their lunch.
Now, just a second ago, Mike, a leopard shark, one of these leopard-spotted sharks right here, swam right in front of you. There's another one coming to your left right now. And I'm often asked, are the divers nervous to be swimming with sharks?
Actually, the divers are lucky to be swimming with sharks because not only are these sharks harmless, but they're a very important part of a kelp forest community. They're a higher order predator, and even though they're lesser in numbers, they're greater in size, and they're on the top of the food chain, so they keep the other animals lower in the trophic levels at their proper level.
Now, there's a leopard shark coming to you right now, Mike, right below you there. Now, what Mike is talking about is leopard sharks' mouths are on the bottom of their head. So they're no threat to humans. Sharks get a really bad reputation, but leopard sharks are often called the puppy dogs of the ocean. They are quite lovely animals and are very beautiful, right, Mike?
Yeah, they are. And if you take a look at how graceful they swim, they have kind of a serpentine motion as their whole body will wave back and forth. They have coordinated muscles that allow them to be very sleek, very efficient swimmers.
And one of the things I love about this is divers often say when they swim in the bay, leopard sharks move away from them. So to have the opportunity to not only dive, but for us to stand here and see these incredibly beautiful creatures, it's really, truly a gift, Mike.
Well, yeah, it's true. They are animals on exhibit, so their behavior is markedly different. And I'd like to point out that what I'm doing right now, feeding these animals, is something that we do because it's our responsibility in these feeding shows. But you would never go out into nature and feed animals in the ocean. They would be analogous to trying to feed the bears in Yellowstone National Park. It's just not what you do. But here we have an idea of what the animals need. We try to target feed them.
Mire qué puño chiquito andan arriba, ve.
So you get a better idea of what it takes.
Y no se comerán entre ellos
You're
mismos.
getting a really beautiful view of that leopard shark right there as it presses itself against the front of the exhibit. You can see its mouth. Now, right above Mike's head, there are a lot of long cigar-shaped orange fish. Those are called senoritas. And they do something really special every night. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, and actually they're a fish called a wrasse, and you can usually spot a wrasse because rather than swimming with their tail fins or their caudal fins, they swim with their pectoral fins. But what Jonathan's referring to at night is that they actually spin
Ya no
a
volvió.
cocoon around their body. They dig a
Grandote
hole
de que coman bastante para comerlo los días después.
underneath the surface in order to ward off predators. So it's kind of a neat survival strategy.
Did anybody else sleep last night in a mucus cocoon? Anybody else? Okay. Well, they also wake up and then they eat that mucus cocoon. So did anybody do that last night? All right. Well, okay. So we're not exactly fish, Mike.
That's all right. Everybody gets through a day.
That's right. And we talk a lot about diversity of these animals. And you will see some fish that sit along the bottom or sit along the side. They're not as active as the other fish. Those are our rockfish. And they have a really fascinating story. Now, Mike is moving down here toward the rockfish right here. Here's one coming up to him right now. Now, those are predator fish that tend to sit still. They wait for something to swim by, and they jump out and grab it. But now rockfish, this one right here, Mike's about to feed one right there. It's a beautiful one, Mike. Rockfish had a story that was kind of tragic. We overfished them. We took them out of the ocean quicker than they could reproduce because they reproduce better the older they get. And a rockfish can live to be 100 years old. I want to say that again. A rockfish can live to be 100 years old. Now, we pulled them out at a rate they couldn't reproduce. They were becoming an endangered fish. But people like you, this aquarium, the government, fishermen, all work together, and what they do, Mike?
Well, actually, through those different agencies cooperating with each other, we established what are called MPAs, or marine protected areas, which are just very small pieces of the ocean which are off limits to fishing, so that we can get those animals which have a